So, there's this thing that's trending for some fucking reason called SuperStraight. And the idea behind it is that we are, like, these people think we only like cisgender people. Like, we're only attracted to them. We are not attracted to trans people. And so we're going to make this a sexuality. Now, what's the problem with this? This is basically the straight pride thing all over again. And there are tons of videos about straight pride. But, you know, you could watch those. I'm not here to talk about straight pride, but this is a similar concept. But it's this thing that's trending. So, yeah, this is like super exclusionary radical fanatics. I don't know. I made a tweet about this, and I'm going to talk about my tweet. So, why is SuperStraight dumb? Because it implies that trans people are not as straight as a cis person, when that's just not it. So, sexuality, it's a weird term. The concept of what sexuality is very odd. Because we think it's just about, like, sexual traits. But it's just about what genders do we want to have sex with. That is what sexuality is. It's what genders do we want to have sex with. Which social construct am I into? So, you could be into boys, you could be into girls, and you could be into both. Like, this is all sexuality. It has nothing to do with people's genitals. But if it did, that would be very reductive. So, when I define sexuality, it's what gender are you sexually attracted to. So, when you say you're straight and you're a dude, you like girls, right? You like girls. If you're straight and you're a dude, you like girls. Trans girls are also girls. So, therefore, if you like trans girls as well, you're also straight. But if you do not like girl dick, that is simply a genital preference, which is valid. You are allowed to have a preference for, you know, what genitals you're attracted to. But that's a different thing from sexuality. An example of, like, another preference would be like big booba or small booba. It's simply a preference. It's an arbitrary body feature that you may or may not be attracted to. But we don't make sexuality all about booba. We don't. Okay? So I think that makes it kind of easy to understand. It's low-key transphobic to, not low-key, it's high-key transphobic to say that you are super straight. There's another underlying issue with this, and that would be like the whole trans panic stuff, where, let's just use the easy example. Trans woman goes to bar, sees a guy, trans girl and cis guy like each other, then they want to get fucky and do the sex, and then the cis guy sees the trans girl's glorious girl cock and then gets scared and commits murder, right? Bad situation. And this, you know, super straight stuff, like, a person that would do this would identify with this super straight shit. Now, what do I think about, you know, these sorts of situations? When it comes to interacting with people and getting on a sexual level with people, right? Like, if you're going to have a sexual relationship with someone, I think you should inform them of what your genitals are. Now, it sucks that, it's a little unfair that cis people don't have to disclose this and that it's like trans people are obligated to. But it's an unfortunate reality that, we have to deal with it, because if we don't, people die, and that kind of sucks. So I'd rather, deal with this unfortunate situation by telling people, hey, inform people that you're about to get sexually active with what your genitals are. I'd rather you do that than to end up, being the victim of a hate crime, basically. I think that the people who say that you like shouldn't do that, and that it's transphobic to say that you should disclose information about your genitals, like that's kind of reductive. You're kind of just reducting that person to their genitals. It's really dumb.